Hey guys, it's Kevin. I'm here with one of my students, Thiago. Thiago, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do and where you're from?
Hey, my name is Thiago. I'm from Sorocaba, São Paulo, and I am 30 years old, and I am a software developer, and I'm married, and I have a son. He is 9 years old.
All right, cool. And how long have you been studying English?
I think it's about 2 years.
About 2 years, sure. So
I
when when,
think it's
when you started working with me, what problems did you have? Why did you find me? What were the problems that you wanted to resolve?
I started to study on a website, and I stood there for 10 months. After that, I stopped it, and I started to learn alone. And it was very difficult to me because, of course, you have a lot of materials on internet, but to to know how to choose the right materials and how to work on these materials, how to practice vocabulary, grammar, speaking, how to choose the good materials and avoid bad materials. It's a tough task.
Yeah.
So I was totally uh, lost in this environment, and I need a direction to start learning because I was trick myself think I was learning by really I was lost, and
Sure.
when I realized that coincidentally I found your website.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's kind of it's a tricky situation because these days we have so much to learn from online, so much information online. But there's too much information. There's an ocean of information, and
Yeah.
so now after working with me, where do you think you are in this? How do you feel about your not just your English abilities, but also how do you feel about learning English in general?
I think it's changed my concept of learning English because I was like, oh, I make these exercises, so I move on for the next. And but now with you, I start to learn how to learn English and what I need to do to make our environment to easily learn English. So I changed my day by day. I changed how to work on materials, how to behave in my free time. So when I have free time, I study without efforts, without spend a lot of time, and I study more than 2 hours a day
All right, great. Yeah,
without effort.
sure. You're a very good student. You're somebody who takes my guidance and puts it into practice. You can't get anywhere if you learn things, but then you don't take action. Not much will happen, you know. So you definitely have to learn, take action, and you're very
Yeah.
good. You're good at taking action for sure. Um, so somebody else, let's say if somebody was kind of in an intermediate level of English, they speak English already, but they know they need to improve a lot, and they also want to become an independent learner and want to use the internet and not have to go to an English school or anything like that. What advice would you give them from taking what you've learned from me? What advice would you give them on how to start doing this, or the most important things to consider?
I think the most important thing is learn how to learn
Hmm.
because the traditional schools they kind of to me is my opinion they taught you English but as a language you learn the rules, the grammar, many stuffs, and what the most people want to learn is speaking English. They want to use the grammar correctly, the preposition and stuff, but they don't want to focus on that. The target, the final result is talk to English, speak, make understandable. And so I think they need to learn how to study.
That's perfect. Yeah, I think it's a big. I think a big part of it, like you said, is maximizing, optimizing, and maximizing your time. Right? Learning how to study in this during your day at very short times, but maximizing that time so you can get the most benefit from that time.
Yes, and it's not appear when you heard about it at first time, but it's make a huge change in my English and my way to study and to do my stuffs.
Cool. Well, thanks, Thiago, and thanks again for talking. And we'll talk to you guys later.
Okay, thank you, man.